Hey everybody, welcome to North Carolina, and this is from beyond. Take my mask off, there's no one around. Anyway, I'm going to show you a motorcycle museum called Wheels Through Time. It's supposed to be really cool. A lot of different old motorcycles, so for you those motorcycle buffs, this should be a great experience. So let's go check out the museum called Wheels Through Time in North Carolina. It's in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. All right, let's go check it out. Hey everyone, I'm Paul, obviously, and this is my brother Dave, which I'm visiting in North Carolina. And you might hear him and I talking throughout the video, so I just want to introduce you to him. So,
hi everybody.
Let's go check it out. Here's a little creek right by the museum here. So we haven't even gone in the museum yet, and they got all these, kind of looks like a workshop. Like you were saying, look at this old,
yeah, maybe it's just like a junkyard.
Old Harley frames.
Where they collect them, they just kind of...
Look at the skull paint job there on that tank. It's old Kawasaki
There's a
Harley dirt bike. You don't see those very often. Another Harley dirt bike. Look at this thing.
And so the engine and everything's made in America?
Yeah, look at this, Dave. It's a Sears motorcycle.
Wow.
Brought to you by Sears.
Oh.
Catalog special.
Didn't know they made them. Huh.
And this one, that's really cool. Is this another Sears? Oh, it's another Sears. Sears and Roebuck. That would have been something you'd order in the catalog. Yeah. That's crazy.
The way those fins are.
Yeah. Well, air cooled. Most of the modern bikes are water cooled. There's one of Betty Boop on it, Dave.
That's
a more modern
skinny
one.
chopper seated, like banana seat or whatever.
Yeah, it's got the Easy Rider #1 thing there. Paint job there is cool. And then we got a modern working dirt bike here and a couple kind of smaller CC Harley Davidsons. This is a nice bagger here. I don't know what year that is. It's probably in like early 2000s.
First time I got
There's an older one there.
Thinking about
Another one.
riding was in a red Neil Peart book.
Yeah. Here's some bikes parked. Look at the license plates, how far they're coming from. This one's awesome. A lot of nice bikes here. Definitely. Here's an old war.
Yeah.
Got a little sticker on the side for the museum. This is a 40s. Nice one, huh?
Yeah.
What year do you think this is? 42 or something?
Probably. It looks like a military bike, huh?
Yeah. Pretty nice. We got a little paddle car here. Check out this lawnmower. It's a Craftsman lawnmower.
Wow. Chopper, huh?
A chopper lawnmower. That's so awesome. I love that. Chopper lawnmower.
Are you gonna
This is a BMW. That's a crazy looking bike there. It's a 1600. That is a big bike. This is outside the building. Look at this little statue, or pretty cool. I like that, that's neat. 1950s. That's a really nice one there.
He run wagon on his last year. This is a big massive gallon.
That's a rare one there too.
I got a picture of him somewhere. So what you know, I said, I'll take you, but you gotta stick your legs.
They have this
Model 8 truck. Look at the color of this one.
map over here.
Yeah.
So if you came here from somewhere, you could have.
Oh, okay. Pretty sweet bikes, huh? How you doing?
Good.
Where'd you guys ride from? Yeah. It's a good ride.
Rock Hill.
Do you have a good ride? Look at this sidecar. This thing's awesome.
How's that?
How you doing?
Doing all right for old guy.
Yeah. You don't look that old to me.
You're a young guy.
You want to come right over here?
Here we are.
That young lady right there will fix you up.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it.
No. Check this out. It's got leaf springs on it.
3 for 20, okay? 1, 2, 3. You're
Look
gonna
at all this shit. Memorabilia in here.
Yeah, that's something.
That was 10.
Oh, you're into that?
Oh, those old goggles. Yeah, no, it's pretty awesome.
I was gonna mention to you.
Here.
Top halves of the tickets.
That's awesome. Factory Harley Davidson Racer.
And they're gonna go in the bucket.
I just read an article
He's
about
still
it.
alive?
No, he passed away. That bike there. Look at the wires. I just learned that Dale is a gentleman that owned this museum and started it, and he passed away just 3 months ago in February, so it's kind of sad. Look at these shifters.
That was his favorite bike.
Those are awesome.
Could be.
Okay, and what's your phone number?
Raffling this thing off. It's awesome. 48.
Yeah, did you? That was.
He went out the door and came back in and.
Can I help you?
He used to lay it down, didn't he? Yeah.
And you all put together?
Yeah. Back there.
Yes.
105 feet long.
Comic books. This is the first issue, I think. I wonder how, it says number 1. I wonder how long those have been in production.
Nice painting.
Yeah, that's cool. 1933. Well, here we are. This lighted box picture is really neat. Whole model truck here. It's really interesting. Another model truck. Very neat. Look at this one here. It's got 4 cylinders. Almost looks like a car engine. It's got a passenger seat in the back. It's a Henderson. I've never heard of Henderson. It looks really nice. Looks like it'd be a high-end bike. 4-cylinder power. Henderson brothers are known as the fathers of the 4-cylinder. There's another one here. Wow. Says here that it has a flywheel on it for smoother power transition, kind of like a car. There's like a fan belt. It's got an alternator, some kind of pump there. It's probably a fuel pump or oil pump. Looks just like a car motor. They put it into the motorcycle frame. Wow, that's really neat. Here's another one. Imagine trying to drive this thing and you got to do all the shifting. You don't do that with your foot like a modern bike. It's got a kickstart on it. Fan belt, alternator, distributor. Huh. I bet these were high-end bikes back then. Here's an Indian. I like the chrome exhaust pipes. It's a pretty nice Indian there. I like the red forks. I don't know if that's stock or not. And they got an old picture of Livermore, California here. It says 1911, September 24th. Motorcycle Day in Livermore. Look at all those motorcycles. It's crazy to think how long motorcycles have been around. A long time. I think only the wealthy could afford them back then, though. But look at all these people in Livermore. It's a lot of bikes. Probably like 1,000. 1942. This one down here. Wow, look at this old Harley. It's got the leather drive belt. I was reading about they transitioned to chains because these belts were unreliable and over time they would break. That spring suspension on the seats there. I love how they have it set up here, little living room. 1909 Reading Standard Board Track Racer. Wow, look at this thing. This is what it was before it was restored in the 90s, early 90s. Amazing. Some of these bikes are like works of art. Look at the cylinder heads, and they really thought about how it visually looked too. Wow, it says here it set a record for the time, 76 miles an hour on a board track. And this was before it was restored. It was in a basement for 50 years. Friend of Ford, Henry Ford's basement, actually. Look at the exhaust of like hitting the chain or your feet area. It'd be hot. And this part here would help start it. You pedal it and get it started. I think you could pedal like a bicycle too if you broke down. Look at this picture here, all the board track racers. That's a beautiful bike there. His bronze statue. Girl holding on. Old pair of gloves. The detail in this museum is mind-blowing. Every Wow, look at this car. That's really neat. Every aspect in here is so put together so well. Ah, it's one of those old tricycles. You could have your friends stand up on the back while you're sitting down and pedaling. Those are cool. Let's see the bell. Some kind of bell system. Some old decanters for your alcohol of choice. A nice decanter. What we got here? Ace. Huh. I've never heard of an Ace. Leave me some comments if you guys know what an Ace is. I don't know the history of this one. Really pretty though. Gorgeous piece of engineering. Look at these greyhounds on this. This must have been a fast bike at the time if they had greyhounds on it. This one's obviously unrestored. Still looks in pretty good shape, being 100 years old. Really neat. Has a chain, but it also has something else. Look at this little kitty, coin operated. What kid wouldn't like to ride that? That's pretty cool. Looks like it's from the 50s. Look at this thing. This thing's bizarre looking. It's got like half bicycle. Ah, it's a Schwinn. Half bicycle. It's got like a motor on the back of a drive wheel. A Schwinn. Even got a little speedometer attached. Huh. Very interesting. Hey, wake up. She's sleeping. Look at the wood carving on this. I mean, everything in here is another bronze statue. Nice jacket, 50s style. Another Henderson, 1913. Look at the wheelbase on that, how far they are apart. Wow. That's a nice bike. God, I'd love to ride one of these. Wow, look at this early Harley. This has been restored perfectly. We got even have a little fancy oil pan to catch oil underneath. That is nice. Here's a little World War II section. This motorcycle, they used the BMW design, horizontally opposed pistons, and it had a drive shaft and steel wheels. The sign says there's only, out of 1,000, there's only 60 made with steel wheels like that and sand tires. That's a rare. But look at this place. There's stuff everywhere. It's amazing. The collection. Everywhere. Giant posters and World War II pictures. And it's... So as you can see when you guys come visit this place, look at this. Ooh, sexy lady picture here. And all the military black and white pictures. This one has a gun holster, rifle holster. Portable steel bike house.
Anything, let us know. Okay, good. Thank you. You know not to be shy.
How you doing?
Well, now you do. You work on the bike too? No, I don't work on it. I won't be working here, but
That's pretty awesome. Just like a storage house for them?
well, it's a portable garage, actually.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
like fabricated sheet metal.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's
Huh.
fabricated sheet metal. But for those who didn't,
I could
already
use
have a
one of those
garage
right now.
Yeah, well, you go
Yes,
to Lowe's and get us. I know my dad parked his old Goldwing in an old storage shed. We just built the floor.
Yeah, yeah.
Built that around, of course.
I have it in the garage, but it takes that room in the garage.
On the door and everything, but anybody wanting in those things can just pry it open.
Pretty awesome.
Well, if I can enhance it, let me know.
Thank you.
Very well.
Check out this old Indian, 1911 Indian. Not sure what those 3 canisters are for. There's eye candy everywhere. Look at the way this place is put together. There's just so much to look at. It's pretty amazing, actually. This one says it's a 1911 Indian. Celsior. There's a workshop. I don't know if they use it or if it's meant to just look like they use it, but they have tools in there. This one's interesting. It's got a 6-volt battery there. I'm not sure what that is. It's probably the ignition. Help it. Add it on. Look at this. Some choppers. Modern day. Indian chopper. Look at the paint job on that one. Pretty nice. All the parts hanging up high. I like that light blue one. Look at the exhaust coming out. Very cool. 13 Rebels. This one up here. Wow, look at all these old motors. The seats look awful comfortable back then. More so than the modern seats. There's an Eagle. Never heard of that. 1969 Shovelhead Harley. That's nice. Look at all these. There's just so much to look at. Each bike. 32 RL. I think the RLs had a little more high performance to them. 45 Harley. I love how they're like original condition, unrestored. Look at this guy here. I mean, everywhere you look in here, there's eye candy galore. It's just everywhere. It's amazing. And the way they put them in these boxes, like window frames. Look at that one. Beautiful. You got a corner, every corner of this museum. Wow, look at this one. 1939. This one says it has an ultra rare rhinoceros seat and saddlebags. Wow. Ultra rare, and that's original factory paint job. This one here has a hotter cam, larger fins. They're high performance models back in the day. Check these out. Super nice. This one says Wolverine Bullet. Wow. Yeah, you get a real education on American motorcycles when you come here, because there's some motorcycles here I've never knew existed. Every corner you go, there's another special bike. Green one. It's if you're a bike lover like me, this place is pretty amazing. It's actually the nicest museum I've ever seen for motorcycles. And if you're a Harley guy, then this is going to be a must-visit museum. Out in the parking lot, there were guys that had bikes on their plates from all over the place. Got old oil cans. I like that blue. Old signs. And parts and frames. So this one here, another. Look at the speedometer on this one. It's got a cable that goes down from the speedometer to a drive gear by the rear wheel. That's pretty neat. I like that. I wonder how accurate the speedometers were back then. This one's really nice too. Look, it's even got a little light to shine on the speedometer when you need it. Another cable goes down to the drive gear. Pretty cool. There's just so much to look at. Wow. Look at this thing. Some kind of sidecar deal with a sunshade. It's really overwhelming everywhere you go. Every corner there's something to look at. There's no empty corners in this whole museum. A lot of unrestored motorcycles, so you get to see what they were like in their time. Like this one, for example. Look at the two-seater. All oil cans. American pickers would be drooling on this stuff. Old tire here. Giant Harley Davidson poster behind this one. I love the little passenger seat. It's awesome. Looks actually pretty comfortable. Huh, they got a Ferris wheel seat here. Hill climber. 1946 homebrewed hill climber. I guess homebrewed means homemade or modified. Look at this one. You got really long wheelbases. See how long the wheelbases are on these? 28. Look at the valve springs. They're unlubricated. They probably wear out pretty fast. A lot of maintenance on that bike. Those boots are nice. Hill climb, July 25th. Look at this one. Another long, extended frame. I guess they had special hill climb frames back then. And I mean, look, the detail of this museum is crazy because these are all surrounding a man-made mountain. So they even have it so you can imagine what it'd be like. Harley Davidson wins 6 hill climb championships. Look at that old gas tank. Pistons. Oh, yeah, the dome pistons. Those are higher compression pistons. Engines. I bet these guys get calls all the time asking them to sell some of these parts. Look at this thing. It's like a flathead. It's bizarre. Looks like they're made out of clay. It's not like the engine wasn't cleanly molded. Look at that blue one, that was pretty neat. My dad used to hill climb a little bit in the late 60s. He raced scramblers. He had a Husqvarna and a Bull Taco back in the day. He used to show me these old, what were they, the Kodak movies, you know, on a projector. No sound. Look at this tiger one. Coke machine back there. Indian shirt, original. That one's nice. Hopefully one day I'll be able to get one of these older bikes and, or at least try it out and ride it. They look so cool. My current bike is like light years ahead of this. I have a 96, so. But by today's standards, a 96 is old, but not compared to these things. There's another horizontally opposed motor with a drive shaft. Those are like the BMW style motors. That one's all been restored. Sidecar. I wonder what this bag. I wonder what these are. Arrows? Huh. What those are for? Some kind of rally, maybe. I don't know. It's a 4-cylinder motor in there. Doesn't this thing look like a tank? Imagine how much that motorcycle weighs. It's got to be over 1,000 pounds. It looks like it. What do we got here? A wagon underneath and a tricycle. Old originals. Ah, look at the bumblebee or hornet on here. Yellow jacket. Ask us. Stop Highway Flats. They must have some older tires that were puncture proof back then. I don't know. Ooh, I like this red one. Be good for touring on. And they got this little doorway here, and it's like a whole workshop of parts. You know, Dale, the owner of this place that passed away recently, he owned, he was one of the youngest people, I think the youngest person to ever own a Harley dealer in the U.S. So a lot of these parts are probably from his dealerships over the years. Look at that one there. That one's neat. Got signs hanging. You gotta like really look. It's everywhere. There's something to look at. There's a guy in a cage over there. You know, and I'm sure because this is Dale's collection, each one of these bikes has a story to it. Look at that green one there. Wow. Old engines and the Indian tanks there. Those wheels look like car tires, not motorcycle tires. That orange one's nice. Look at the little seat on the fender there. Doesn't look very comfortable compared to some of those other ones. There's just so much to look at. It's overwhelming. These are interesting. The carburetor on here is very different. Look at the seat on that one, and then some kind of, that must be a flat tracker. Another Indian. Another Harley. I like that one. Blue and silver gas tank. Wow, look at this one. Look how the gas tank has cutouts to accommodate the heads in the motorcycle, and the carburetor, little deflector there. There's a woman racer. HD. Makes you want to get in a time machine and go back to those times. Looks like they normally have a little presentation in this part of the shop here, or the museum. Big valve Excelsior. Look how they have the seat taped to the gas tank. Whole picture. 1916 big valve Excelsior. Board track racer. 100 miles an hour that bike went. Wow. That's pretty fast for old technology. When I go 100 on my bike, it feels fast, and I can't imagine on these bikes. Look at this statue or head bust. That's really nice, really well done. Looks like it's made out of pewter. All these old helmets, goggles, seat selections. Wow, old motors. Look at that seat. That looks comfortable. Go for a long ride on that seat. Now these are special because they have the museum's name on them. They probably would do something special with these on certain events, or bring them to shows. What do we got over here? Engine workshop, testing equipment. Another work area. Parts on the back wall. I mean, they really, like, when you're here, they really immerse you into what it would have been like in the past, being a motorcycle enthusiast. Got that old wheel there. And this one's all, those wheels look like they're wooden almost. Got all these signs. This looks like more racing area here. Good looking one. I like that. I love how that gas tank is cut out to accommodate the cylinder heads. 1914. Over 100 years old. Wow. 1921 Petaluma Racer. Fun fact, I live 10 miles away from the town of Petaluma in California. So that's pretty wild. Way out here in North Carolina, there's a bike that raced 10 miles from where I live. That one's neat too. They all have a little different look and feel to them. Look at that picture on the wall, that's neat. This one's got the straight back exhaust. I bet that thing was loud. Neon sign up there. Old jerseys. Wow, this looks totally original here. 1921 SCA Harley. I'm not sure what the SCA means. If anybody knows, give me a comment. Here's a sidecar one. I guess they raced sidecars back in the day. I don't know if they call the people on the side monkeys or not. I like that neon sign up there. That's nice. Wow, look at this one. That's special. Beautiful bike. Thor. I've never heard of Thor either. Anybody know what Thor is? Let me know in the comments what the history of Thor motorcycles are. Look at this. There's like 3 in a row. All the same style. Those are really nice. In the handlebar positions, you're laying your stomach on the gas tank. Man, there's a board track example. Someone needs to start another board track racing. Look at the boots. I wonder if there's any left in the country, board track racing facilities. Probably not. 1918 T Racer. You know, the crazy is the value of this museum. Every bike I'm looking at, you're talking about $100,000 probably. A lot of them. Wow. Wow, look at that one. Look at that one. I say that a lot in this video. Cool, look at that. Wow, this is overwhelming, because it is. They got a motorcycle powered little cart there with a leaf spring suspension. A little tiny airplane. Wow. Amazing. Gas pump. That's a nice looking gas pump too. This plane powered by a Harley. Very neat. Cut out of a propeller. Wow. Very neat. Flying A sign in the back. Propeller motor oil. Goodyear tires. There's gargoyle lamps up there. The detail is just amazing. That plane back there, it said a high school kid actually made that in high school, believe it or not. You think about doing that back in the day? They even got stuff on the ceiling in here. Wow. Look at that. They took... That's got to be a monkey right there. Oh, here's a little more detail about the plane. Wilson Miller built it in 1927 in high school. 1927 Harley Davidson motor powered it. You know, that's amazing to think a high school kid made that. I mean, I can't think of any current high school kids are going to do something like that, especially with all the technology that wasn't around back then. Huge amount of effort. Check out, these are all like non-motorcycle related, but it's still really cool. Indian outboard motors for your boat, your motorboat. Wow. I never knew they made stuff like that, but it makes sense. That red thing back there looks like some kind of Indian chainsaw. Look at this thing. Wow. How rare is that, an Indian chainsaw? Looks like some kind of snowmobile back there. That picture back there kind of looks like my dad a little bit. Outboard Indian, outboard motors. Silver Arrow. Very cool. So this one here is like a modern hill climber. Chain around the tire. Look at how long that chain is. Drivetrain. There's a picture of it. Number one must have been a champion. The wheelbase on this thing, look how long it is. It's got to be like 15 feet long. Very neat. XR 750 hill climber. Got some power there. Cut away the motor. And that one's interesting. Jack Pine says. Look at this, there's a whole case of old carburetors. Like I said, people probably call. You think you could sell me one of those carburetors? I'm restoring a bike. It's just, I keep saying amazing, wow, neat. I mean, it's just, you're going to hear that a lot in this video because I'm very kind of shell-shocked by this museum. Because every bike is special. Look at the spring on that seat, so tall. Ooh, blue one's nice. Those old cylinder heads and parts laying around. That one's got a fuzzy seat. And pictures. Now, one of the things about this museum is all the bikes in this museum run. That was something that Dale insisted on, that these bikes were running examples. So that's amazing in itself. They're not just, static sitting there. They all work and run. How'd you like to come here and hear all these things start and run? That'd be cool. They should have a special event where they roll them outside and start them up. Otherwise it'd be too much exhaust. Tom Paradise is an Indian hill climber. 50 horsepower in 1928. That's pretty powerful. In 1928 to have 50 horsepower, that's definitely a powerful bike. Look at this. I don't know where that's from, but it's a cool railing. This section has a lot more things. Look at this, the first jet ski. This thing is quite awesome. So you would stand up on the top of it, and then I guess you'd pull the rope from left to right to adjust the rudder, and then there's a gas pedal there. There's a pedal on the right side that when you're standing, you'd push down on. That's pretty cool. I would love to have one of those right now. Wow. So people used to just invent stuff back then and try stuff out. Not a lot of people doing that anymore. There's some, but not as much. That's really, really neat. Look at this thing. It's a mine cart powered by a motorcycle engine. All different here. Davis Motor Mine Cart. That's pretty neat too. There's like it looks like almost a workout bike over there. And a saw back there. I guess some of these, look at that saw would go back and forth, saw trees down. These other things, they kind of look like snow blowers, maybe. I don't know. All powered by motorcycle engines. Look at that thing. What is that? Can't really tell what it is. Powered ice saw. An ice saw. Oh, maybe for ice fishing? And saw through the lake? I don't know. I thought to use the corkscrews for those. Saw through the lake. Look at this kind of car. Blue frame up there. Huh. All the tools on the wall that you would use. That thing in the right in the corner there. It's got like tank treads on it. 1930s Harley Davidson stationary engine. I guess they would sell the engines to put in things. Wow, look at this. Indian is nice. I just love the way they put everything together. A little window display. Whoever put all this together, you guys did an amazing job in this museum, and you deserve props because it's pretty special what you guys did here. We got newspaper articles. I mean, everything they do here is done with passion and detail. Rapid delivery service. I'm going places I've already been now. Look at this thing. The Flying Merkel. That's the sign. 1916 Traub. Saying that right? Anti-knock gas, 16 cents a gallon. I'll take it. Albany, New York. Elk. Another bike I've never heard of. Let me know in the comments what an elk is. 1914. There's a little bit of it. It's one of a kind, it says. I just realized I gotta kind of hustle because the museum closes in about 45 minutes. And I want to be able to see it all. Good thing I got here at a decent time. I had no idea it was going to be so much to look at here. Another cool workshop. Well, I showed that before, but sidecars, balancing wheel. There's a Henderson. Construction and design are famous. That's Sears. Look at that. That's like a full-on 1912 Sears motorcycle. Wow. I mean, how rare is that Sears? Celsior. Into a speedometer. That's really neat. The speedometer. I wonder what that tank is. Maybe it's for the lighting system? Oh, it's fuel for the lighting system, I think. Henderson. Now, Celsior bought Henderson and took over. So, they absorbed. It's another Thor. Look at the suspension on the front of that thing. Thor and a sidecar, 1912. Harley Davidson memorabilia. Look at that thing. It's like a workout bike or something. What is that thing? Daytona motor wheel. Huh. 1916 Flying Merkle from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. There's a more close-up of that motor wheel. Wow. Flying Merkle's a good name for if you want a fast motorcycle company. 1905 Yale, 1908 Indian. This is a 1908 Indian, wow. And another just fantastic example of the displays in this museum. They put lighting under them. They put boxes on it. Look at that, Wagner. Never heard of it. There's another one. Anybody got details on a Wagner motorcycle? I imagine most of these bikes are priceless. I've never even heard of them. Look at this one. It's got some wood on it, it looks like. Little lights in there. Yale, California. Huh. Indian. Wow. The displays are just very impressive. I also want to let you know that museum staff here are extremely friendly. They come up to you and ask you if they can answer any of your questions. They talk about the history if you want a tour. Ladies at the front desk are super friendly. I mean, they're very, very, very friendly people. And there's an English gentleman that is very knowledgeable about everything. Look at these two. A red one and a blue one. Just need a white one to be all American, right? Red, white, and blue. 1937 Harley ULH. You got a little mannequin in here. Another amazing original. Look at this guy. Wow. Looks like it's completely unrestored. Just think these all run. I'm not sure why they use white tires. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments why they're using white tires. That old Indian clock. An actual Indian. One of the guys said we can go in here. They had a rope, but they said go check it out if you want. So they're letting us in, which is very nice. This is the inside of that shop. Parts everywhere. Look at that Indian. Wow, look at the exhaust on it. It's just like right down by your feet. You'd want to have your feet way away from there. Old tires. Look at that old original tires still wrapped up. Very cool. Look at this thing. You could actually control it from inside the seated area. So there's no seat on the motorcycle. Throttle and brake. They're designed for women, I believe. The dresses. There's a picture of a guy driving it. Harley. Kind of looks like those rickshaws you see in other countries. Harley Davidson 2-speed. 1914 61 cubic 2 special. Very cool. There we go. I heard the sound of an engine. Ah. That's cool, huh?
Oh, this is.
I was like, what's that? What's that sound?
That sound. Pressurize it up.
Sounds good. Oh, you got to pressurize the fuel?
Yeah, the fuel pump. When you're looking for a mechanic, they're always the last ones to be found.
Sounds like you know the trick, so.
Well, I'm trying to. I mean, that needs work in that. Give me a minute. I'm going to put some more fuel in it, and then see if, because then the pressure pushes it down.
Right.
If you give me 1 minute.
It's powered by a Ford motor?
Eh?
It's a Ford motor in there?
Yeah, that's a Model B Ford
Oh.
with a Morton and Beck overhead valve conversion. If you look in the middle, you can actually see 5 headers. That's because the other header.
Oh, yeah. So what is the other head? It's a 5-cylinder?
No,
Yeah.
4-cylinder.
What's
But
the-
that should have had another inlet manifold with another carburetor on it.
Oh, wow.
So it should have had a triple.
Got it. Pretty neat, huh?
Uh-huh.
Think of the time it was designed, too.
It's,
Y'all realize overhead valve is where all power is at.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the trouble. I'll have to do something about it. Give me a minute or so and I'll... See,
What is that thing you're doing there? Is that for the fuel?
that's the fuel pump, but it's not pressurising,
That's
and
cool.
I don't know how.
So it's manually done?
Yeah, see,
That's wild.
I think it's actually needs to have a new one fitted. They want me to just get.
Smells good. So the question is, why is this here in a motorcycle museum?
It's one person's collection.
Okay.
So you're going to see a 1933 Cadillac over there, serial number 1. You're going to see a 1933 Packard. And
Gonna stall it now.
I don't know about storage, it's got a bloody been running.
Put it, I mean, not stall it.
Yeah,
Can't stall something.
yeah, I
That should start.
That's interesting. It looks kind of like a dog pound, but I think it's for carrier pigeons. Put the carrier pigeons in there, and messenger service, World War II. Harley Davidson twin Model T. I do have some cars in this museum. 1932 Clothes Special? Huh. Never heard of it. It's another one. There's a poster up there. Look at all the pennants hanging in the gas tanks. And the motors, all the different years. Wow, that green one's nice. There's a model of a knucklehead. Jay Leno. Of course Jay Leno was here. Here's some more Wheels Through Time painted bikes. Probably special. There's a flathead V8 there. 1921 Cadillac Shooting Brake. Call it flathead because the top of the motor is flat. Kind of looks like it has a turbocharger on it, and a supercharger in the middle there. Cadillacs were kind of ahead of their time whenever they possibly could. What is that? Motorcycle wheelchair, looks like. There's some Indians here. I like that one. Kind of burgundy. Look at that luggage on this thing. There's another bagger. That orange one's got an interesting rear fender there. Marsh. Never heard of that. These are nice. It's another Marsh. Any of you experts out there in the comments, educate us on what Marsh is. Look at this thing. It's got two people, kind of a tandem situation. Two pedals, but one wheel. 2 seats and regular wheel. That's interesting. Cadillac 49 Cadillac. That's nice. Look at this one. There's a classic there. Apache. Wow. It's beautiful. Another one I've never heard of. Brown and Beck. It's a good looking bike. 1908, that bike was $225. That's an expensive bike for 1908 if you think about inflation. Could easily go 30 miles an hour. It's pretty fast. There's a 54 Caddy Eldorado convertible. Very nice. Original seats, look at that. A lot of patina on those. Goodrich tire poster. There's just a black and silver one. So as you can see, this museum is, you need time to walk through here, so plan it out accordingly. Look at this. This is cool. It's a little flathead 4-cylinder. It's an Austin 7 supercharged. A little race car, I guess. It's neat looking. Harley Davidson Vespa style. Vespas are so popular, I guess Harley wanted to jump on that bandwagon. Look at these little tiny CCs, small CCs for beginners. 1964, only 800 made. That's a rare one. Scat. Low mileage. What's this one here? There's a story there. All these bikes have their own unique story to them. That one's interesting. Look at this car. It's got a rear-ended, mid-engine. Wow. Wooden floorboard. Interesting. Wow, chain drive. It's like a 4-cylinder. Pretty neat too. This one's a yellow and black edition. That looks nice. I like these paintings. It's nice. That's funny. The guy's got horses chasing him and he's shooting back at him on a motorcycle. They got these patches from police departments. Happy Days. Who doesn't remember that show? Jump the Shark. Another patch. I like these old toys. pedal cars. Old police bike. Terminator. Look at that. Old motorcycle cop on a really old Harley. What's that, like ice cream delivery or something? Or a meter maid? I think it's a meter maid. Cabinet. I'm gonna have to start going a little faster because time's running out. They're gonna close soon. So that's why I'm speeding along a little more than I normally would. Look at the engine in that one. Some more. That one's pretty neat. You could spend all day in here really reading all the stories and hearing all the stories. And I think these bikes here are people that have driven very long distances on them. Look at that one. Mr. Oz. It looks kind of like Daryl Hannah. They even got a little Rastal's painting here. Look at this guy. 1915 model 11F. I still got to get upstairs. There's stuff upstairs to see. Got about 35 minutes left. Look at a possum. It's a nice Indian. Real good shape. 1915 Indian Twin. Look at that. R.I.P Riders, Dayton, Ohio. I like that. We got these wires here and lights. No, it's interesting. This looks like a police motorcycle. It's got a siren on it. Manual siren. Manual siren with a R.I.P Riders tank on it. I'd like to hear the story behind that one. Here's another bike from the museum. Some more cars here. V8s. 33 7-passenger caddy. And a little toy section. There's a 1911 car. Now that reminds you of the movie Chitty Chitty Bang Bang with Dick Van Dyke. Beer steins. Patches, hats. This cash register is really neat. I got a Volkswagen Carmen Ghia there. Look at all these toys. Light for the case is out. Oh well, I can still kind of see them. Wow, look at this. They have a bronze statue of a board track racer. Life-size bronze statue. Smokey Joe. I like that. I gotta start heading upstairs so we don't miss anything before they close. So much to see here. Look at this thing. That thing looks like a, I don't know what you could. It looks thrown together. Lawnmower engine. Ward's. Monkey Ward's engine. It's bizarre. That thing is bizarre. An old jukebox, old bicycle. And let's go upstairs. Well, here we are. This is upstairs. And this looks like it's kind of race related. I see a lot of race posters. Look at this car. (1940) Harley WLDR 38 WLDR. If I was a guessing man, I'd bet these are the most valuable ones because they're on the second floor. If someone was going to try to break into this place. Look at that. And that one. Wow, there's this. Now here's a good shot of the whole museum. This actually doesn't even, it gives you an idea how big this place is. It's just mind-blowing. I like that one. 1940 WLR. This one hasn't been touched. No restoration there. It's very nice. American Racers. Wow, look at that. 1932 RL Racer. Love that. Hasn't been restored at all. Flat tracker. $1946. Here's a Evel Knievel paint job one. Look at all the trophies over there. A lot of trophies and old posters. This whole corner is like another little workshop setup. Wow. That one's got a goose on it, Canadian geese. Or a duck. Number 1, must have been a champion. Those are skid plates for your feet. So one of your foot slides. You know, a lot of street racers that race superbike and stuff like that started in dirt track. Like the late great Nicky Hayden. Look at that, wow. Nicky Hayden started in dirt track. Gives you a good sense of balance for the street, which you need. Number 4. That's an interesting looking engine. Some old boots and looks like leather chaps. Huh, even got old photos here. Little posters and tickets. There's another one of those interesting motors. They must have been specially modified. Daytona Beach Morning Journal. Harley Davidson. Racing history. You could spend some time up here just reading all this stuff. AMA Victory. Phillips 66. Huh. Some road racing Harleys. I've watched a couple of them race at my local racetrack, Sears Point, over the years. Matter of fact, the first motorcycle race I ever went to was in 1981 at Sears Point. It was a superbike race. Don't ask me who won that race, I don't remember. They all seem to have that same style of motor, the race bikes, so must have been a popular winning engine. Carr, Parker, and Russell. Kurt Russell, Scott. Not Kurt Russell, Scott Russell. Kurt Russell's the actor. Screaming Eagle. That's a drag bike there. Those things are fast. Here's more of a little more of a modern street bike. Still has a carburetor. Can't be that new. It's probably from the 90s. You can still buy these Screaming Eagles. They're exclusive drag bikes. How you doing?
Excellent.
Place is overwhelming, huh?
I'd like a number of them.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Did you see down in the corner over there, they've got the 4 AMF era bikes. Those all have less than a half a mile on them.
I didn't notice the mileage, no.
Less than well, they're in behind cord.
Where are they? In the corner?
By the red toolbox.
Oh,
Yeah, right there. Those 4 bikes right there.
I filmed them, but I didn't notice
They're
the...
AMF era. They're cordoned off. You took us back there and showed they're 0.3, 0.2, 1 mile, such as that.
Yeah, there's some value in this museum, no doubt.
I went to the Corvette Museum in Bowling Green. Very worthwhile also.
This is the best motorcycle museum I've ever seen.
Even if you're a biker, I'm not a carhead.
Oh, I'm both.
The Corvette Museum's amazing.
I
I
bet
actually
it
drove
is.
one of the cars. It's
They let you drive it?
No, no, they
Oh.
the owner did
Oh, that's
before
cool.
it went there. I ran in the right circles. I was lucky to fall into the right group with
Yeah.
my Corvette.
You ever go on a racetrack and do track days? Yeah. I did too.
Actually, it was funny because when I was president of Cumberland Valley Corvette Club, we put on a national event at Pocono.
Yeah.
And when we were out there one day just talking business and all that stuff, they let us go up on the big track. And that was insane.
I got a ride in a Corvette at Sears Point Raceway in California. A hot lap. Man, that car was impressive.
Oh, yeah.
It was only about 5 years ago.
Even stockers.
It was
are
a stock
badass.
car, and he went through the corkscrew faster than I couldn't imagine.
Yep.
It had pucker power.
Handle. Oh yeah, you can definitely put a.
I was like,
you can put a hickey
oh
on,
my
you can put
God.
a hickey on the seat cover. That's for sure.
I was like, and I kept looking at it. I said, "Is this thing stock?" He's like, "Totally stock." I'm like, "Oh my God."
Oh, the new one, the traction control and all that stuff. But
Yeah, the only thing was is a special track setup one that had better suspension, but the tires were street tires and everything. I couldn't believe it.
The first year they came out with the automatic stability control.
Yeah.
At Spearfish, there's a big Corvette meet every year, and they brought one up there to Spearfish before they were released, and went on the drag strip and turned some just stupid time. And a third of the way down the strip, he went off into the cinders and never lost footing. Showing that off, of course.
Yeah, it blew me away how good that car handled. I can't imagine how the new ones handle.
Mine were older.
But I can't imagine how the new mid-engine ones handle.
Oh, I know. I want to drive one so bad.
Yeah.
I'll find somebody's got one.
Yep.
And up behind us.
Well, it's nice talking to that guy, just running into him, talking about Corvettes. Almost done recording everything in this museum. Look at this thing, wow. What is this thing? Is bizarre. It looks like jet engine or something. Force induction. That's a bizarre. I wonder what the history of that is. There's a Buell. Here's a bike, sign says here it's been around the world. All over. Look at this one. It's got every accessory known to man that Harley Davidson offered. Look at all the horns and the lights and the handlebar tethers. And Disney fan. My wife would approve of that. She's a big Disney fan. I bet they did a lot of long trips on this bike. Look at the back of it. Wow. Cool it. Look at that. One Nation Under God, Mickey Mouse. I bet this is a veteran that rode this. Looks comfortable, that's for sure. A lot of cleaning though. A lot of chrome to clean, a lot of bugs to remove. Huh, look at this one. A tiny one. Big leather seat. Another view over the rail. There's another bike with a lot of history on it, a lot of travel history. Marlon Brando. The Wild One, that was his movie for motorcycles. Huh, check this out. It's got the old Schwinn Stingrays. Awesome. Man, these are the bikes to have in the 60s, late 60s, early 70s. If you didn't have one, you wanted one. And they had funny names. They got Captain Kangaroo there promoting them. Look at that red one. That's the one you want. Apple Crate. You see the names there on the chain guards? orange crate and lemon peeler, apple crate. They reissued these bikes. I don't know if these are original or the reissues, but you could buy them. There's a nice painting. Another bagger with all leather. Interesting quilt behind it. Here's another touring model. Got these old pictures on the wall here. These old pictures. Oh, look. Pretty ladies there. 1935. Wow. This is some pretty ladies. 1935. 3 of them. Look at this. Interesting color on that one. Old picture there in the woods. I like these old pictures on the wall. Those are cool. There's an AMF version, I believe. Ah, it's a nice painting. There's a cool car. Small little car. Some more racers, single cylinders. More memorabilia. I like this one, the paint job. There's that car again. Midget racer. It's got that horizontally opposed Harley motor on it. Some old letters. More trophies. Look at that model. Ceramic. Very interesting. That car. And these are all black. Look at this car. Reminds you of like one of those cars in the mob movies. Guys pull out machine guns. 33 Caddy. There's a Packard. 32 Packard. So the guy upstairs I was talking to is saying these over here are super rare, low miles, original miles. Let's see what the mileage is on these guys. Look at this, 23 miles. Wow. That one's got 12. So from the 80s. What's this one have? This one has no miles. It's net brand new. Factory brand new. Wow. Amazing. Let's see what this other one has. $12 miles. What do they call that? New old stock? but an entire, what's this one? This one's got 3 miles. I bet they let people test drive them back in the day, and that was it. There's another original old one. Patina on it. Rust. Look at this old car engine. 6-cylinder. That's a bizarre looking engine. Some old jackets here in display. Like I said, I wish I could go back in time for a week. It seems like the bike culture was more intense back then. These white ones are nice. Henderson, here's another Henderson. More paintings. I like those paintings, those are nice. That one's got like almost a truck back to it. Alright. Heading out. Look at that cash register. Now this, believe it or not, is in the bathroom. They even have an engine in the bathroom, in the men's bathroom. Blueprints. Old pencil drawing. And let's see if there's anything else in the lobby that I missed. I think I covered most of this when I came in. It's 3-wheeler. Dale's first bike. Got his stained glass hanging in the window here. Look at this one. Reminds you of that movie with, was it Hell Rider of Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage. And then you got some more trucks out front on the side there. Wheel Model A pickup. Wheels Through Time pickup truck. Look at the size of the wheels on that. Pretty big. It's an old Dodge. This looks like a late 40s, early 50s. If I'm gonna guess, I think it's like a 48. A friend of mine had one of these growing up. His is a 48. That's how I know what year they are. There's another original. Inside looks nice. This one's pretty restored. That Ford pickup's pretty cool too. It's an oldie. And they got this office out here, but there's a lot of neat stuff outside. Old Coke machine, old filling station pump, Texaco sign, Pepsi machine. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed the Wheels Through Time Motorcycle Museum. That place was overwhelming. It was super awesome. I've never seen a motorcycle museum with that much display items, and the way they were displayed was just amazing, and everybody in there was super friendly. I'd highly recommend coming here. It's in Maggie Valley in North Carolina. It was you know, give yourself minimum 2 hours to go through, but that was really awesome. So Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content, and I'll be feeding you more videos as time goes on. Thanks again for watching. All right, take it easy. Bye.